Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go.
Good morning and welcome. It is a short week. Fish, how many more days until the weekend?
We have 4 more days.
4 more days till the weekend. I'm happy because every Monday Fish always comes in. It's going to be a good week. 5 more days until the weekend. So my name is Joey, holding it down for Stick. Again, he'll be back here in 1 more day. And we got to introduce my boy Corey today. What up, Corey?
What up, though? Wait. You know what? Introduce me. Thank you. Hold on. Let's finish this out. No. Go ahead.
Moving on because we got a new face up here.
Hey.
Jeff. Give it up for Jeff, everybody.
What's going on? It's my debut.
You know what? Happy to see you, Jeff. But this guy right here is trying to be all shy. Everybody, it's Joey's birthday. Happy birthday,
Joey!
Man, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm one of those that I hate, honestly. I don't know why. It's always been something I'm like, when I was like 21, okay, yep, it's my birthday. But now 28, starting to add up.
And it's someone else's birthday in 2 days.
Yeah!
Now, I'm about to say that. Let's not do this starting to add up. For me,
Two more days until Corey's birthday, everybody.
For me, it's starting to add up because, it's getting kind of old up here.
And, of course, Fish, we have our intern Paige in here, and then Alex holding it down. But, man, there was a lot this weekend. We're going to be previewing the Suns versus Hawks. Ooh. Did not think that this was going to be the finals. I was at a 4th of July party, and I ran into Coach Casey.
Yeah, I was like, hold on. It's like out of nowhere. I just look at my Instagram. I'm like, that Coach Joey and Coach Casey?
Coach Joey, yep. Coach Joey was with Casey.
It's the most random thing.
He out here meeting up with the Pistons coaches and not giving us the info. First they bring him a jersey with the 313. Then they give him a spot in the Pistons fit. Now he out there hanging with the coach. All right, so I guess you already know who we're about to pick for number 1 then, right?
Dude, listen, we're gonna talk about that, and then obviously one of the biggest things from the weekend that broke. We got to send our condolences over to the Blue Jackets goalie Matisse Kivlenieks. I mean, this whole story, I mean, we're going to dive deeper into this later on in my news, but, I mean, he was here in Novi at Manny Legacy, former goalie of the Red Wings house, and a freakish accident with fireworks. And honestly, fireworks have been a big fear of mine just from hearing so many stories like that. That local news reporter, Rex Roth, I think was his name.
Yep.
Just so many things, so scary, and this one just broke my heart hearing it.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it, but we'll wait till your news. But yeah, condolences to his family and everybody that is affected by that. That is just scary. And 24, that is
young.
That's
man.
Young.
You just starting.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into it.
No, you can go.
Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I was just say fireworks, man. I don't mess with them either. I mean, I've had people in my family that have lost fingers from it. So when I call the news, even not an NHL fan, it's still bad news, man.
Yeah. So let's get it started, guys. Cade Cunningham, the number 1 pick or no?
Why? Okay, look. I don't want to say that our guests that we bring in know more than us, because I believe we do our research and everything like that.
Yeah.
But we had Vinny Goodwill come in the studio a couple of days ago, and he pretty much said what I think, what I feel you think, what everybody here at Woodward Sports thinks. We kept talking about this fade for Cade for so long. Now that Cade Cunningham, I'll take that back. Now that the Pistons have the number 1 draft pick, there's all this talk about, should the Pistons draft Cade Cunningham? Should they go with Jalen Green? Look. Do not try to be the smartest person in the room. Do not try to overthink this. Draft Cade Cunningham, and like Vinny said, draft Cade Cunningham, figure the rest out later. I don't understand why people are backtracking off of this. All season long, all the years that Pistons fans have suffered through, messed up draft picks, not going to the playoffs, since 08. We've all been like, wouldn't it be great to have a number 1 draft pick again? Wouldn't it be great to have a top pick again? Now all of a sudden we got the top pick. Well, the Pistons have the top pick. People want to just backtrack and throw all these other different monkey wrenches or asinine plans out there. This dude is the consensus number 1 pick. let's not be stupid here. Go ahead and draft them. Figure it out later.
No, I agree with you, Corey. I mean, if you look at this draft, it's not like last year's draft. There was multiple guys that you can argue for number one. I mean, LaMelo could have went number one, but this year there's a clear-cut number one, and it's Cade Cunningham. Jalen Green, yes, there's a ceiling, but if you're taking the best overall player, it's no doubt Cade Cunningham. Especially, it's the first time since 2003 with a top 2 pick, so it's a big deal for the Pistons fans. And of course, when the Pistons get the number 1 pick, who do they take? Who's the number 1? It's the number 1 consensus pick, Cade Cunningham. I think you don't overthink this. Like the great Terry Foster said, you take the best player available and you figure it out later.
And if you want to go on historically with Pistons and the number 1 pick, historically, when they had the number 1 pick, the last 2 times, those guys have been all-stars. Bob Lanier, 7-time NBA All-Star, and then Jimmy Walker, 2-time NBA All-Star. What is the big deal here? You got Cade. First off, everybody's saying, well, what are you going to do about Killian? Okay, you're going to have 2 playmakers on the floor. What's the problem? There is really no clear-cut number 2, 2 guard for the Pistons. So why not have Killian and Cade out there? Why? I mean, Cade is big enough to play the 2 guard. I'm trying to figure out the issue here. Is me really just trying to figure out what's wrong with it and try to maybe create a devil's advocate argument, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm stumbling on my words, but I can't think of a reason why not to draft him.
Alex, I want you to throw the picture up from the weekend of me hanging out with my new homie.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm there at the 4th of July party. Shout out to Anthony Laverde, by the way, CEO of Imagine Theaters. They're doing a lot with us with the McGregor fight this weekend and aren't going to be broadcasting live, which he'll be talking about on the show later on. But I'm at his party for the 4th of July, and I run into this sexy man right here. And when I tell you, one of my new favorite people, and I'm not one of those that meet someone and all of a sudden I'm like starstruck. I mean, he's just a coach, but still, I'm not one of those people that are like that. I just had a regular conversation with him, and the best part about it was I'm with my fiance, and right off rip, he looks at me and he says, "Hey, so Joey, what do you and wifey think I should do with that number 1 pick?" And I'm like,
so down to earth.
Okay. So I play devil's advocate. You guys are both saying, obviously, we got to go Cade. And Coach Casey even thinks he'll be an all-star right away off rip, and I agree with that. But we know Troy Weaver, and we know how good he is at being a scout and finding that talent that other people don't really know about because he did it so perfectly in our draft last year. The amount of value we have, because Cade is number 1. Any team would trade to go get number 1 from us because of that value of Cade. You guys don't think even a little bit playing around with trading it back and maybe going with the Jalen Green or somebody else?
I would prefer they go ahead and get Cade Cunningham and call it a day. At the same time, as I said before, in Troy Weaver I trust. I'm not going to back off of that anytime soon because Troy Weaver has shown me that he can do a lot with only a little. And if he's able to trade back, get a Jalen Green, but also get more draft capital and get some, maybe some better talent to surround that team with, I'm gonna trust Troy Weaver's plan. I'm gonna trust him because he's done it at OKC. He's doing it here in Detroit. Last year, I was like, all right, I wanted Killian Hayes, but I'm like, okay, he's trading back in. What is he about to do with these other picks? Boom, Sadiq Bey. Boom, Isaiah Stewart. And then you get to go ahead and get a Saban Lee. You could honestly say he's hit on 3 out of those 4 picks. And if you want to go ahead and say he hit on Killian, I think that's a little bit premature.
Yep.
But on the second half of the season when he came back from injury, Killian played pretty damn good basketball. Not great, but, pretty good. He showed promises of, okay, if he would have played like this all season, maybe he could have talked himself up into a rookie. I would say second team. And
what do these rookies and what do these players do in their offseason always? They leave. They go back home. Killian has stayed here working out with the team, and he'll go back every 3 weeks when I was talking with Coach. But that's what it is that he's seeing so much in Killian right now, and it's just the effort, the leadership. And, man, there were some things that I talked about. I can't obviously say them, but where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going about my favorite Piston ever. that we just got rid of.
But to Corey's
Man.
To Corey's point, I mean, more simply, if you look at Troy Weaver and the guys he's drafted in the past, he targets one thing: it's versatility. And if you look at Russell Westbrook, guys he's taken in the past, Killian, we don't know if he's hit yet, but he's versatile. Sadiq Bey, he's versatile. Isaiah Stewart, he's versatile. So Cade Cunningham fits the mold for a Troy Weaver player. So that gives me even more confidence. But like Joey was saying, if you feel like Jalen Green has a higher upside, that's on the scouts. So that's on Troy Weaver and his scouting department to determine that. But, from what we've seen on tape, the guys, they give Cade Cunningham the ball late in the fourth quarter. He is the man, and we need a man on this team. So, don't mess this up, please, Troy.
The one thing I do like that the Pistons are doing is that they're not tipping their cap in any direction. Normally you will see that when teams have the number 1 pick, it's telegraphed who they're going to draft. Troy Weaver is staying real coy and real mum about the whole situation, and I think that's really smart because, hey, if there is a team out there that is willing to, be a sucker and give us more than what they should for the number 1 pick, all right, cool, we'll trade back down to 3 and get Jalen Green, and then we have this extra capital for the first round. Because the bottom line is, with this cap situation that the Pistons have, they need to add more talented bodies on smaller contracts, and they got a pretty young team right now full of that. So again, as much as I would love to see Cade Cunningham here, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let Troy Weaver work his magic. He did it last year. I don't see why he would go ahead and have a sophomore slump and just do something totally stupid this year.
Yeah, this one was given to him. At this point, take it, ride with it. But it's going to be fun seeing how these coaches and Troy Weaver play around with the rest of the league, and saying, I'm actually really starting to like Jalen Green, and what do you got to offer me? Because, this pick right here with Cade, it is a sure guarantee success that I think that this can be worth a lot. I know it's going to be worth a lot. Are we going to still go Cade? I really hope so, but who knows what this could lead to for us.
Yeah.
Jeff, everybody's commenting saying that you look way better than me in that seat and that your hair is that you got the sexiest flow.
Jeff killing it so far. What can you say?
Appreciate it, boys.
You guys watch basketball over the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is time. After this, we're going to take a quick break, talk Bucks beating the Hawks, clinching their first finals appearance since 1974. But before that, I got to give a quick little shout-out. Levels Provisioning, they are having the grand opening that we have been hyping up. Stick's been hyping up since we've started this network, literally just building up the hype because we are finally there. July 23rd. It's going down, Levels in Centerline, and we have been planning this extravaganza, just crazy party that you don't want to miss out on. Free food trucks, great local celebrities, and you invited. Make sure you're there. Levels Provisioning, July 23rd.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Man, not the way that I thought this series would end. You are welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, the Morning Woodward Show. Myself, Joey, we got Corey and Jeff stepping up today. But, man, what did you guys think of this? You see the way the Bucks stepped up in this game. I don't want to say that they look better without Giannis, but the other players on the team are doing what they should be doing now and stepping up without Giannis. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, they really had no choice but to step up without Giannis because a lot of those guys, if they did not step up in Giannis' absence, their asses would have been shipped out of town. Well,
yes.
They would be shipped out of town.
Yes.
So it was in their best interest. And also, too, even with Trae Young coming back, their team is still better than the Hawks. Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, you know what? I'm going to take Adams' quote on this one and apply it to both Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. They've been consistently inconsistent. Last game, hey, what can you say about the guys? 32 points from Chris Middleton, 27 from Drew Holiday. Those guys, you know what? When they got Drew Holiday, I'm like, the Bucks have a real chance to make it because Drew can ball. It's less pressure off Chris Middleton. Giannis gets to be Giannis. They didn't really show that all season, but it's good that they showed it with Giannis out. I won't say that they're better because with Giannis out there, he's a walking 30 points. But the thing about it is, when you take him away from there, they're able to have more. They're able to spread the ball a little bit better. So I don't think they're better, but they're a different offense, I guess you could say.
No, that's a good way to put it, different offense, because, I mean, ever since they got rid of Eric Bledsoe for Drew Holiday, they added someone who can guard pretty much everyone on the floor. So, I mean, if you look at Drew Holiday, he's averaging 1.7 steals, basically a block as a guard. So, I mean, without Giannis, that helps, man. He locked up Trae Young, he locked up Bogdanovich, and that's going to affect this series. I mean, you have two good guards again. You have Chris Paul and Devin Booker. So, the big thing is, what can Drew and Chris do on the defensive end while maintaining their offensive success? Because like Corey said, they're consistently inconsistent, but the last two games they've been playing great without Giannis. And who's a big surprise to me? Brook Lopez. Like, guys like you don't expect to go off, but when Giannis misses, they just decide, all right, I'm going to start attacking this game and go off. And that's exactly what you need with a team like that.
Last couple games you look at Brook. I mean, Brook was the freaking top of ESPN the other day. Brook Lopez.
I haven't heard Brook Lopez be the top of anything.
Agreed.
So I mean, just seeing him out there, just getting that kind of shine, I'm like, wow. I mean, what can you say? Last game he had 13 points. I believe the game before that he had like what 33, 35, something like that.
30s.
So I mean, they're capable. I think this offseason right now, just off of seeing how good the guys are playing without Giannis, I think they're going to have to figure some things in the offseason out with that offense. They can't do it right now. They got to kind of just go with what's been working, up to this point. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about these Bucks.
Nuck, if you buck.
We saw that backfired on Atlanta having Karma out there for that.
Yep. See what happens. The Bucks advancing on now, and just seeing them playing now without Giannis is honestly, like, initially I was like, damn it, there was no Giannis, there was no Trae Young, this playoffs suck.
Right.
But you got to see a lot out of this team. I mean, you mentioned Chris Middleton, you mentioned Drew Holiday, them two combining for damn near 60 points, stepping up, is something that we have not seen. So I'm curious to see with the return of Giannis, because he's going to come back at some point in these NBA Finals, how it's going to be with the leadership that Giannis has, because these other players are stepping up.
And the thing about it is, those players are going to have to consistently play that way. Chris Middleton may not need to get 30 points again. Drew Holiday may not need to get 27 points again, but they are going to have to be ready. They're going to have to be ready to hit those open shots, play lockdown defense. They're going to have to be ready to step up in those roles that they're called on being, because if they step up and match Giannis' intensity every game, the Suns are in trouble. And I think the Suns have a really good shot at winning this NBA Finals. But the Bucks, to me, they are still a formidable team to beat.
And can we say this too? Just give credit to Giannis. I mean, he proved without being there, if you stay with your team, you could still make the finals. If he doesn't come back in this finals, it'll be different. But just the fact that he's made it this far and has played this hard, he is a walking 30-point, with 15 boards in the playoffs. So even without him, they're going to need him in this finals for sure.
Now, I want to throw a question to both of you guys, because I tossed it to my friend Chase. Shout out Chase. He has a kid on the way.
Shout out to Chase.
Shout out Chase.
What if, just playing hypotheticals, the game that Adam hates to play, let's say Giannis does not come back this series. What if the Bucks beat the Suns without Giannis to win the finals? What does that? Because you know what's going to happen if that were to happen. That would be a damper in on Giannis, and it would hurt CP3.
And the Suns in 4, dude.
Yeah, and the Suns in 4, dude.
That's probably the worst case scenario. Right?
That would be I'm thinking that for all parties involved, that might be the worst case scenario.
Agreed.
I mean, you look at Chris Paul. Like, I want this for him so bad. I mean, 16 years in the NBA?
Yep.
Poor guy deserves this. And, I mean, he's done everything he can do possibly.
Right.
But for that to happen, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm like, even if Giannis returns, the Suns are still better than them.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't think they have a chance, even if he returns.
Yeah, and I know we're going to go ahead and get to the finals preview in a minute, but I want to go back to the Bucks and Hawks real quick. You know what? There's no. I want to talk about the Hawks real quick. There are no passes that should be given for Trae Young being out with the having the bone bruise and then having to come back. But gotta say this, I'm impressed with how the Hawks played. And finally, something I've been up here saying it needed to happen like yesterday. The Hawks finally removing that interim tag from Nate McMillan, and apparently they're offering him a 4-year deal. And all I gotta say is, it's about damn time. They started out before Nate McMillan took over as head coach. They were 14-20. 14-20. He took them from 14-20 to Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And that is 1 year removed from being fired by the Indiana Pacers.
I mean, you say it's about damn time. I mean, I think the time they did it, I don't like when they do it in the middle of the season like that.
You don't think so? You don't like it?
I like the way that they did it,
Okay.
Like they let him prove what he's got to prove as the interim coach. Not knowing, I'm secured, I'm safe now, I got a 4-year deal. Still ended up taking that L, but it's all good. I mean, the dude deserves it. That's one thing.
I was just of the mindset, like, when you have that team, they were playing with house money with each round they went to, and I thought that the fact that they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm like, all right, look, let's lock this guy up before let's say something happens, we get knocked out in this series, and then boom, he's already on the phone with another team. And so maybe they that
would have been bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
For the NBA.
So maybe of course we're not in their locker room. Maybe they're like, hey, we're gonna give you the deal. Let's just wait till everything dies down and then we'll announce it. Because honestly, right after they got knocked out, the deal came like what, 24 hours, like almost 40 hours. So
yeah. Can we put the camera on Fish real quick?
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to him yet, but I just love that he has his hand up in the air. So I'm going to make you hold your hand up there. Just a few more minutes, all right? We'll come back to you in a second. Now, what's up, Fish?
Corey, you said forbidden word on this show.
Hypothetical?
Yes, sir. Adam Baydoun does not like that, so he called on the show. He's on the air.
Oh, God.
Get your Adam. What?
All right. Listen.
Adam's barking from the sideline.
I'm gonna entertain Corey's game of hypotheticals, and that if Giannis doesn't play and the Bucks win, what that would mean. I don't think it affects Giannis, Corey. I think that embarrasses the shit out of Chris Paul, and somebody's either got to kill him or just not put him in the Hall of Fame.
You can't come at Corey like that now. I mean, so from this series and seeing the Hawks and seeing the Bucks go at it, do you really think that the Bucks got a chance at this, Adam?
Without Giannis, no. I mean, they can probably get a game or two.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the Bucks should be favorites if Giannis is 90%.
The Bucks should be favorites.
Mm-hmm.
They've been playing good.
Remember, the Bucks have size on the court and defense that the Suns just don't have.
See, but this is the two best defensive teams in the NBA right now.
True, but the Suns' key player this series is going to be Jay Crowder. And the work that he does off the ball on Chris Middleton, and sometimes if they rotate him on Drew Holiday. If he plays out and plays a good series, the Suns are the definite favorites. But you know what you're getting from Devin Booker? You're getting no defense and probably 27, 30 points a game, shooting like 40%. DeAndre Ayton's giving you a good 14 on 60% shooting. And then you have Chris Paul, who shows up in the fourth quarter once the teams are in foul trouble. I mean, I know what I'm getting from the Suns. From the Bucks, I don't know their ceiling yet.
Ayton's going to kill him on the boards, though, Adam. With Brook Lopez, he can't rebound for crap. So, Ayton averaging almost 4 offensive rebounds. They're going to have to keep that in control without Giannis.
Well, honestly, even with Giannis on the court, it's going to be a problem. I agree 100%, because if you look at the Hawks series, the Bucks struggled on the on grabbing defensive boards. The Hawks kept grabbing all the offensive boards against the Bucks. It wasn't even close. Hell, John Collins could get more offensive boards than Giannis that series.
I feel like that's just not Giannis's game. I mean, yes, the dude's a tall guy, but my man's a freaking point guard. Let's be honest. The guy's bringing up the ball. Right. The guy's facilitating it, and that's why, I mean, Corey, let me ask you, 100%. If Giannis comes back 100%, do you think the Bucks are a favorite?
I think if Giannis comes back 75%, the Bucks should be a favorite. I think Giannis Giannis at 75, 80% is a better player to me. Just to me, he's a better player than anybody on the Suns. The thing about it is that the Bucks have to play up to their potential. The Suns, don't get it twisted, the Suns are a great team. Chris Paul playing some of the best basketball of his career, along with DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. But Giannis is, but the thing about it is they don't have a Giannis. Giannis is a guy that can make everything go. They just need Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday to step up. And we talked about DeAndre Ayton on the boards. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no answer for him on the boards. But I don't think there's really anybody on the Bucks game to really play in the post. I mean, I think Giannis gets rebounds just because he's tall as hell and he can. He's not really. I don't see him as a guy that's really boxing out and trying to grab and clean the glass. But
and Brook can shoot threes. He'll stretch DeAndre out. He'll pull him out.
Yeah, he'll pull DeAndre out into the deep waters.
You almost here, Adam. We want to make some money. Where you at?
I definitely need some money. It's birthday week.
After this weekend.
Money, you tell your freaking governor to fix the damn road so I'm not stuck in traffic all goddamn morning.
That's the Adam we love.
Hey, that's the thing, man. Especially out by you in Dearborn, those streets are horrible. I mean, we're looking out in Birmingham. I can't look here on Woodward and say that the roads are shitty. We're a little bit fortunate over here.
Yep.
Man, I hate Southfield.
All right, we'll see you soon when you get back here, Adam. I'm going to have a longer news segment, so we're going to get started a little bit early. But before that, just have to give a little shout-out to 8 Mile Vodka because this 4th of July weekend ran through a lot of bottles.
Sure did.
A lot of bottles. I was actually out on the lake having some fun, and, man, 8 Mile Vodka when you're out there with girls pouring shots. I was with my fiance, though, so it was okay the way I was doing it. But it helps a lot, so I'm telling you, 8 Mile Vodka will help you get ladies, and ladies, it's just going to help you not have a hangover because this is just the greatest vodka ever. So go to your local Meijer store, scoop you some up right now today. Go get some and get the week started on a high note.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Once again, I just wanted to start the news segment off by remembering and sending our condolences to the Columbus Blue Jackets goalie, Matisse Kivlenieks, 24 years old, tragic loss, including fireworks in Novi at Manny Legacy's house. And to dive deeper into this, initially, the investigation found that he left the hot tub that he was sitting in, slipped, fell, struck his head, but the autopsy did not reveal any trauma to his head. So it comes out that the cause of the death was chest trauma from the blast of these fireworks.
I'm trying to figure out that just blows my mind. A mortar blast. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I was reading it. I was like, can we? I got to find more details about this. I mean, I'm reading the stuff. I'm preparing for the show, but it's still just like a mortar blast. I've never heard of that.
That as a cause of death, especially. I mean, it just shows, though. You know, it's like oftentimes we just look at fireworks as, oh, they're fun.
Yeah.
You don't think about, in this case, fireworks accidentally going off and launching in the direction of him sitting inside of a hot tub.
And you know what? That is one reason why I am not really a big fan of them. I mean, I think if you're lighting fireworks, you know how, and this is okay, these are two totally different things. But you know how with drones, you now have to have a pilot license to fly drones.
Yeah.
I think there should be some type of training and etiquette for you to be able to buy and use fireworks outside of being a professional, because it's like we're seeing too many accidents, too many situations happen. I just have a friend over the weekend who talked about him and his wife. His wife wanted to go out and go watch some of the fireworks local in the area. As soon as they pull out their driveway and cut the corner, one went right through their windshield.
Wait, what?
Christopher Kyle.
Was it a bottle rocket?
I don't know what it was, but he said he turned the corner and the firework went right through their windshield.
Through? Like it exploded their windshield?
Through the wind. It's a hole in their windshield.
Whoo. See?
Yeah, he's making my point. I don't like fireworks either.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had my mom's close friend actually lost his fingers from it. So I mean, it just shows you anything can happen. Even if you're a professional athlete, these things are dangerous. But regardless of fireworks, anything can happen. So it just shows you. I mean, how tragic though.
And for Manny Legacy, like that's got to be tough.
Yeah.
He's the goaltender coach over there at the Columbus Blue Jackets, and to lose your goalie like that, I mean that's got to be trauma in itself. So sending our condolences over to Manny Legacy. Josh Anderson, Matisse's former teammate, actually had the game winner in overtime for the Canadiens. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals last night. You see it right here. Beautiful goal.
You know, I was for sure they were getting swept last night, but they didn't. So now they're down, what, 3-1?
3-1. Lightning ahead.
You know what? I thought about you this morning, Sean Baligian. I really did. And I just said, you know what? How cool would it be if the Canadians came back from 3-0 to win it all?
Man.
I wonder. I think he might actually come in here shirtless if that happened.
Dude, like, honestly, I would be worried for Sean Baligian if that happened. I would be worried. I think he would pass out of excitement, have a heart attack or something. I do not want upon him.
He would come dressed as Habs man that day. He would have the mask and everything.
They're two different people. They're two different people.
It's arguable. We'll see.
And we move on to talk about the first team in years to win a championship in this city.
What?
Detroit City FC pulling it off. The NISA League Championship. Great weekend for Detroit. Beat the LA Force 1-0. And you see the celebration right there. Like, just beautiful.
Hey, I smile when anything Detroit beats LA.
I smile too. But have you guys ever been on a court or anywhere near when a team wins a championship or something like that?
No.
Besides like a basketball league I've had, I have never been close to that.
So I've been at one. It was the 2018 Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl when Michigan got trampled by Florida. Didn't like seeing Michigan get their ass beat, but I'm telling you, when a team wins like a bowl game or a championship, it is one of the best places to be on the field,
especially in college.
Oh yeah,
college going crazy no matter what. You could win the toilet bowl, which all those little tournament thingies are, those little bowl games.
Nothing beats
still amazing.
Nothing beats the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl though, because you get free Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so you won a championship that weekend too.
Oh, I won a championship. I had free Chick-fil-A for 4 days.
Oh, that's a win. That's a win for the stomach, man.
I'm talking about whenever I wanted. 2:00 in the morning, go down to the hospitality suite. It's already hot and ready.
Let me ask you this: were you there on a Sunday?
You know what?
Don't tell me they broke their rules and they had it on a Sunday.
I have to go back and check. I'm not gonna lie, but I know Chick-fil-A wasn't open.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A definitely not open on a Sunday.
It ain't open.
It's the worst because that's always when I'm at the airport and I can never get Chick-fil-A for that exact reason.
When you gotta fly out, in the Delta tournament.
Yep.
Sad times.
It is the worst. We move on to talk about the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and we got to congratulate Cameron Davis taking home the fat purse. Got him that money. And our boy Troy Merritt, by the way, who Chad Johnson was playing, our partner here at Woodward Sports, and then Braylon Edwards, they're playing with Troy Merritt. He was close to getting that W.
7.5 mil purse. Whew.
Yes.
You see that, Mom?
Yes.
All the times you wouldn't let me take golf when I was younger. You see that? 7.5 mil. I could at least got a quarter of that.
Man, I was like doing some stalking, and I see his girl, so Cameron Davis's girl. I see her posting, all flexing on Instagram, and I'm like, man, this girl just hit the lick on this one right here.
Yep,
that's all she's thinking.
Probably looking at Russell Wilson's ex-girlfriend when he got drafted. You gotta see that photo when she was all like,
hey. I'm doing the same damn thing.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm doing the same damn thing.
Bank account going up.
Well, man, it was a great weekend.
Yeah, all of us being out there, like, what was the experience for both of you guys? Because I know we're not big golfers ourselves, but this screw golf. This is just the Detroit iconic staple event.
Me and Easy went out there Friday, and we had a lot of fun. We just made light of it. We saw Phil move through and just going on the course, and we were at about hole 3, I think, and Phil comes down, and the amount of people that was walking with Phil, like we had a couple people, by the hole just watching, and everyone's quiet, and you just see Phil walking, and everyone's just walking by him like he's just like legend. I'm just like, wow, that is the presence of someone who's one of the greatest golfers, and you got to see it live. Everyone, as soon as you know it, as Phil's putting, as Phil's putting, about the amount of people by me had to have quadrupled. It was ridiculous. But as someone like Joey said, it doesn't really watch a lot of golf. It's great to learn those things because you start to be like, man, I want to come back here and experience this again, like, for sure.
Yeah. What'd you think about the weekend, Corey?
First off, besides the whole Rocket Mortgage Classic and stuff, I thought about just what a great look it was for the city of Detroit to be able to have a PGA Tour event in our backyard. Now, of course, it's been there for a couple of years, but each year it's growing. Each year there's like more fanfare around it. So I think it's a great look, and I'm looking forward to it coming back next year. But for me personally, that was my first ever golfing PGA event I've ever been to, and I enjoyed myself. The one thing I didn't enjoy, and I believe our intern Paige will agree with me, is, man, when you step into that mud after all that water and that rain, that was probably the only downside towards everything. But just being there, talking to people, you know, hunting down Barry Sanders to go grab a picture, being able to converse with a few stars there, and then also just being around the whole event. I enjoyed it. I have a better I like the golf, wasn't a big fan, but I have a better appreciation for going to a golf event. So I think that as I look up more, you know, events, I might actually go out of town and go check out an actual golfing event, because it was fun. It was like, okay, you know, going hole to hole, following the golf. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I really did. It's like baseball for me. One of those things you appreciate more being in person. Outside
of the Phil Mickelson and all of his issues with the reporter, that asshole reporter just talking shit, it was a great weekend. I mean, everybody had good things to say about Detroit. And I mean, you look at like staple Detroit events. I mean, you got like the Detroit fireworks show, you got the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, obviously we got the Grand Prix at Belle Isle. Like, there's only a few signature Detroit events like that. Yeah, and this one definitely atop of that list.
Yeah, I just hope the whole, I understand where Phil's coming from, and I, you know, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I just hope that what happened with Phil doesn't put a dark cloud over how great everything else was outside.
No, man. Like, honestly, if Phil holds this as a grudge, he's the softest dude in this planet.
There's bad journalists everywhere you go. There's gonna be one rotten egg, man.
Yeah, not everybody's Corey Woods out here, but I mean, obviously there's gonna be some of those horrible journalists. But we move on to talk about the Tigers and Willie Peralta shutting out the Texas Rangers over 7 innings, leading the Tigers to a 7-3 win. And now Tigers move on up 30-22 since May 8th. And this Willie dude, I mean, just made his 4th start since 2017. Just look at the dude, just amazing. This was the final one right here.
Oh man, I gotta say this. I know we're not supposed to be talking about like, oh, the Tigers could do this year, the Tigers could do that this year, but I mean, the way I'm looking at these standings, the Tigers are not that far away from being second in the AL Central. I mean, you know, right now they're 39-46. Indians are 42-40. So, you know, the Tigers have some work to do. But I'm not trying to sit up here and say playoffs. I'm just saying, shout out to A.J. Hinch for the job he's doing. If they keep on winning, you know, more power to him. It's just good to see great baseball here. And man, what can you say? We were talking about this team is going to be a horrible team this year, and they're not a great team, but they're not a horrible team.
And Corey, you're not completely wrong. I mean, you're looking up their schedule coming up ahead. It's getting easier. So the ability to go 500 at least isn't crazy. Like Joey said, 30-22 since May, but there's tons of guys on this team you can kind of just have fun watching. And just like all the other Detroit franchises, it's fun watching them slowly improve and go up. So
I mean, that's where we're at right now. Yeah. So it's like just seeing little bits of improvement is all we're really asking for.
You don't want to complain about everything.
And also, too, just looking at the standings, too, in the AL Central, past 10 games, Tigers have done better than everybody else in the division. They're 7-3 in the past 10 games. The team that's ahead of them, the Indians, they're 1-9 in their last 10. So who knows? Jeff, you just said it yourself. Their schedule is getting easier. Maybe they might be able to do a little something. I don't know. We'll see.
Is the position shortstop named after Zach Short? That was the headline. But for real, though, look at this camera angle as he stopped this right here. Beautiful play.
Ooh. That's that AK, baby.
Is that really what that is?
I think
is that a thing? 8K is a thing now?
Oh yeah, like, I don't think they can't do every shot in 8K, but they do a lot of them. They're starting to do more of it now.
Like, that's my favorite thing about baseball is some of these angles that you got. Like that right there is just picture perfect baseball. Good win for the Tigers, and we move on to talk about Shohei Ohtani on fire now with 31 home runs this season. I remember just talking about Vladimir Guerrero, who's still at 27, Fernando Tatis Jr., 26. Those two guys falling back. This is home run number 31 for Shohei Ohtani.
Hands back, that front hip in a little longer.
Just automatic.
Shohei Ohtani, center field. Let's watch it go. Wow! Wow! To the batter's eye in center field.
What more can you really just say about this dude?
Yep.
He's a walking highlight. He's becoming one of those guys he's becoming box office. He's becoming must see. Like, you know what? When this guy comes into town, you have to go buy a ticket to see him just on anticipation of what he may do.
Dude, I'm going to the ballpark just so I could hear that hit.
Yeah.
The ball coming off of that bat. And then you hear the announcer, Shohei Ohtani. Like, it is just picture perfect baseball for real.
Yeah, I can't imagine buying a ticket to go see Shohei Ohtani and just basically expecting a home run or a strikeout. So we don't have that same relation.
We have that, but that's with Miggy.
Oh, well, Miggy,
we're expecting home runs every single time we go to Comerica Park now on.
Yeah, Shohei is actually, he's doing it. He's just built different.
And we're going to be previewing this game, but I just wanted to give a shout-out to the Bucks-Suns Game 1 NBA Finals starting tonight. And a quick update, Giannis listed as doubtful with that hyperextended knee.
Makes sense.
And like Corey said, Nate McMillan and the Atlanta Hawks have an agreement in place for McMillan to get rid of that interim head coach title and become the real head coach. This guy is deserving.
You know what? It's just smart. He got him to the Eastern Conference Finals. He had that team playing above. They overachieved this season.
Yeah,
you know, want to say it was injuries or anything like that. Nah, they overachieved. And now we're about to see what they can do moving forward. I think if you get Nate McMillan a few more pieces with that team, they should be good. They should be good next year. I think they were like, well, were they 4th or 5th this year? I think they were 5th.
Yeah, I think they were the 5th seed or 4th seed.
I think they were 5th seed. So next year, I'm curious to see. Yeah, they were 5th because the Knicks were 4th. So I'm curious to see what they'll do moving forward. But props to him. And Indiana, y'all fired that man when he had an injury-riddled roster. When y'all really should have gave him another year. Now look at you.
Yep, they fired the wrong Nate.
They fired the wrong.
Basically,
they fired the wrong.
If you look at Nate McMillan, I mean, even on the Indiana Pacers, he took LeBron and the Cavs to 7 games in the first round. He almost knocked LeBron out of the first round prematurely, and they got knocked out this year. But that's impressive. I mean, he gets any team he's coaching, they play their hardest for him. And if you have a coach that players play hard for, that's your ideal coach. I mean, that's who you want to hire. So great job by the Atlanta Hawks getting the deal done, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah, not only Cameron Davis getting the bag in Detroit, did you all see Trevor Lawrence finally signing that 4-year, $36.8 million deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars? Got that money.
Duval. He's locked in.
Now he has to go ahead and go out there and perform.
Yeah, and now he doesn't actually. He got his money. He's straight. He's straight. It was like $28 million guaranteed or something. $24 million guaranteed.
I bet his girl's smiling. Him and his girl are both smiling.
Oh, man. Just amazing right there. We go off to Paige now, our intern from Central Michigan University, to add some to this news. What do we got, Paige?
So, this past weekend was the Nathan's famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest. And
Kobayashi!
And Joey Chestnut, with his 14th mustard belt win after consuming a whopping 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
76? Look at him. Oh, it's disgusting seeing them dip them dogs in the water and all that, though.
Yeah.
It can't taste good. There's no way that tastes good.
What they have to go through to get these down. It's respect. Yeah. It's respect.
And in 10 minutes, too, is what's insane to me, because you can eat 76 hot dogs in a span of time, but 10 minutes is absolutely insane.
How many you could do, Paige? I want to have a hot dog eating contest versus you.
I was going to end this with the women's last place, like 5th place is considered last, got 15 hot dogs. The last place for the women's category.
I might be able to clear 15.
I was like, I'm not an expert on eating, but like, I feel like I could get close to 15.
You get 15 wieners down, you think?
Okay, I'm just going to change the subject.
You think, for real, you think you could do it, Paige?
I could get close, not 15, but like.
How many do you think you could do for real if you were to do it?
Maybe if I like fasted like all day and I was like starving, probably like.
That's the thing. You gotta like fast and get
ready. Oh, it's not
for
all day. It's like days leading up to it. You're drinking just water. Like.
I'd probably say being actually serious, probably like 8. Like
that's impressive.
8. I'd say 8.
How about you guys? How much do you guys think you could do?
I might just almost get to 10. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say 10 because it's like when you actually start eating the hot dogs and they start going in, I think you're like second guessing every hot dog. So I'll say I'll say 10. You know what?
Corey.
I get 10.
Right now, off the top of my head, I'm thinking probably 5. But if we took
you got
a trip,
sensitive stomach too, don't you?
Yeah, but I will say this: if we took a trip to Levels Provisioning, after about an hour, maybe I might be able to get close to 15.
Dude, so we were with World of Isaac, who we got to welcome, obviously, to the Woodward Sports Network, legend here in Detroit. We were with him at Hunter's House, and they have conies on the menu, and we just start talking about how many conies you think you could eat. Conies would be hard.
Oh, yeah.
Coney.
With the chili and the onions, too, yeah.
Conies would be hard and disgusting. But I still think that I could get a good amount of those. But the aftermath to that compared to just a hot dog.
Oh, you'd be in that toilet all night.
Yeah, buddy. I do not want to be on the porcelain prince all night. I'm straight.
Well, just to wrap this up, the live stream of the content was on ESPN, and the coverage kept cutting out. So it's only a 10-minute long contest, and it was over and over again, like cutting out, and people were
rigged.
like, "Yeah." And so people couldn't even watch the last minute. The last minute wasn't even streamed. So people were like, "I literally watched however many minutes, and I couldn't even see who actually won." Which was huge. And people were so angry.
Who even cares about live TV like that anymore?
Exactly.
We got Twitter. We just saw the whole video.
Exactly.
Freaking Joey Chestnut is a legend.
He beat the second place person by 26 hot dogs. Second place only had 50.
You know you're a legend when you keep beating your own record.
Yep.
That's all he's doing now is he's playing.
Just to beat it.
It's basically
is this
who's
a
coming
professional athlete, by the way?
I was gonna ask you, if you look at NASCAR or eating hot dogs, it's probably which more of a sport? I mean, the hot dogs is a sport, eating those hot dogs.
He holds 46 different world records for eating. 46.
Oh my
His
God.
net worth is $2 million according to Celebrity Net Worth.
That's the Wiener King right there. Wait, what's the net worth?
$2 million.
That's it. Hook the man up with some money, damn it.
But if you think about it, $2 million for eating.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I gotta think I found a new profession. If
I'm
I just need to practice
He's
this.
spending half that on toilet paper. I mean, that's tough.
For real. He needs to be endorsed by Charmin for real.
Man.
Or Scott's.
Dude, that's got to be the greatest endorsement deal ever. Free toilet paper for life.
Hey, what? Yes.
Pandemic who? You get all the toilet paper.
What else we got, Paige?
But yeah, some fans were tweeting, this was the funniest thing I saw, was a post after all the cutouts were happening, that somehow at a hot dog eating contest, the only ones to choke was ESPN. So I thought that was a funny stab.
Joey got them gag reflexes. He don't choke. It's a pro right there.
He does not. But that was about it. That was the whole coverage on the event.
I love it. I love it. So it's 8:50 right now. So Jeff, let's hold your trending with Jeff. We're gonna do that right after Adam's bets. You cool with that?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's do that in just a second. We're gonna take a quick break after I give a shout out to my people at Bridge Street Exchange because I just love everybody there. I mean, the team is amazing. You walk in, you see Kevin smiling, welcome you. They're all about local, so they're supporting local businesses when you go there and purchase items because it's a lot of Michigan brands, and that's what we love to see. Support our people. Go in there, tell them Woodward Sports sent you. Get 15% off your entire order. Obviously, the original location in downtown Fenton, but they got that new one in Somerset Collection. Coming up next, Adam going to be giving you some bets and hopefully making us some money.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
We got to welcome you back to the Morning Woodward Show. Why you laughing, Corey? Why you laughing?
You already know why I'm laughing, man. Leave me alone.
So, look, my phone's going off, right? And I appreciate everybody with the birthday text and all that. But, I mean, listen, I'm just being real. I looked at Corey and I said, you know what sucks about this now? I love my fiance, don't get me wrong, but I said, I get no bitches texting me happy birthday no more. None. I love you, babe, by the way. We welcome Adam.
You know what, man? I don't know what. You know what, man? Joey, I just hope you don't sleep on the couch your first week.
Hey, thankfully we don't live together yet, so I can say things like this. I just got to make sure I'm good once the wedding happens. But we go off to Adam.
What's up,
Can
guys?
I get some marriage advice, damn it?
Yeah, well, marriage advice, I'd start with eating hot dogs, because if he's made over $2 million, he's eaten a little over 1,000 in competition. He's making $2,000 for each hot dog he eats. It's not a bad.
You think he looks at it like that? Like, listen, I'm about to eat this dog right here.
I don't know what he looks at, how he could chow down, dip into Coca-Cola and eat the damn hot dog. I don't know. That's some weird shit.
Is that what it is? Coca-Cola or is water?
Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's pop. It depends.
Pop? That would mess me up.
Adam, have you seen it? It's water.
Is it water only?
Yeah, it's water
Sometimes
only.
it comes out looking like super dark.
Well, it's because he's dipping the bun in there, and the bun is brown.
Ah, okay, that makes
Dude,
more
I want to
sense.
go to American Coney and do our own Detroit Coney eating contest.
No.
The Conies are tough. I mean, you get like a fraction from the dogs.
I mean, I
You got the
legit
chili, you
think
got the
I could do
onions.
15
These
conies.
are just dogs and
15
buns.
conies.
I think I could do. Obviously, I'm going to be sick, but I mean, I
Yeah,
don't care.
but you gotta
If I could win a
sacrifice.
contest, I'm winning a contest. But
how would you do a coney contest since it has all the stuff on it? Would you like?
it's Detroit style coney. You got to eat it as is. Chili, mustard,
but
onions.
you would eat it as is, or would you take the hot dog, eat the bun, then you have to, I don't know, just drink the chili, drink the mustard?
He's diving right in, Fish.
Yeah, that would hurt a lot. But enough coney talk. How can we win some real money? Because
Man.
none of us are eating that many dogs.
I mean, we got a lot of games today. I'm so excited. Well, first we'll start with the NBA Finals. You can't not bet on the NBA Finals.
I'm excited to see.
I'm taking the over at 218.5.
Okay.
Hawks and Bucks. I'm sorry, not Hawks and Bucks. Bucks and Suns. No Giannis, but it's still no problem on the points-wise. I think the Bucks have shown they can score offensively. I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
And then the Suns, it's really going to depend on the Suns. If they can get more than 106, 108 points, I think this game easily clears 218.5. And then we're going to talk some Euro action. I know Fish is going to like it.
There you see Fish. You see Fish with his
I love Fish.
getting hype.
Can we get camera on Fish for a second? I just want to appreciate Fish.
One more time, Fish.
Well, if you want to do me a favor, you can run down each game. I believe now we have the Tigers.
Yeah, so now we got the Tigers. So you got the Detroit Tigers, because Adam can't see the screen right now. Detroit Tigers money line over the Texas Rangers.
Hold on, wait.
Adam,
I know.
Adam
Fish.
took the Tigers.
About damn
Fish,
time you
has,
picked
Fish
the
has on the
Tigers.
Tiger shirt. They were working in cahoots.
Like what is going on?
They were working in
About
cahoots.
damn time you put the
He
Tigers
said,
out
"Bro,
there, Adam.
goddamn time."
Fish, how does this make you feel? Adam is taking the
It
Tigers.
makes me feel happy. The only worry is they might lose, because I feel like he has a
look,
curse on the Tigers.
here's the logic. Tigers started 8-22, I believe.
Yep.
On the season, they are now 39-46 after yesterday's win. It's actually very impressive. But it's not even that. They're a hot team, and you're getting a hot team. Forget that they're the Tigers. You're getting a hot team at an underdog line. I get them at plus 150. That makes me feel really good about it. And then the next game, I got Shohei Ohtani on the mound. I'll take the Angels to cover 1.5. That's my golden rule in baseball. If the ace is on the mound, you take the team to cover by more than a run. So we'll take the Angels to do that, and we'll take the Mets to do that. And then Fish's favorite game of the day, Spain versus Italy. I'm going to take a draw in the full 90 minutes. I love how he gets angry. I think this goes to extra time, so I'm going to take the draw at plus 194. If you're kind of feeling the underdog, you would bet Spain to win in a full 90-minute match. But I'm going to take the draw. I think it goes to extra time, and I think Italy pulls it out.
I only get angry because it's a draw. To me, it's kind of a cop-out, and it's like the hardest thing.
No, exactly. It's not a cop-out. I'm predicting the future. I see things that you don't see, Fish. Just like I saw Switzerland going to extra time with Spain.
And they did.
And they did, and I made money, and I'm a very happy man.
I gave you that one, but you lost the other one. It was I thought
It's
it was
okay.
a
You win some, you lose some, Fish.
Hey, man, there's a bet going on that they said you missed.
Which one?
On YouTube. They said, bet on Jeff's hair. Winner every time.
Yeah, I love the YouTube.
Oh, that's amazing.
There's no money to be made on Jeff's
Yeah,
hair.
no money. Just a lot of product. That's
Adam,
it.
You lose money on it.
Adam,
Yeah,
are you betting
right.
1,000 on the finals?
You don't want to know what I'm doing this week,
Oh,
Fish.
Jesus. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Let's not go there.
Was there any $1,000 bets over the weekend? I saw you went 3-2 over the weekend.
Yeah.
He's grinning too much. Of course, he made money.
Too much money. Let's just not talk about it.
You know how we were talking about.
You know when you're feeling yourself and you're just like throwing out bets. So I put 5 on the Canadians to win. Last night, which hit. So that was very nice. And then I took another 5 and I put it on a blackjack hand, and that won.
Jesus.
So, you know.
You know, earlier we were talking about Joey Chestnut and he got to get a sponsorship deal with Charmin or Scott's. This dude just uses Benjamins. That's all he uses to wipe his ass because he got so much money. Take his advice from these bets. You see it with Adam every single morning on the Morning Woodward Show.
I think today's big bet will be 5 on the over between the Suns and the Bucks.
5 on the over in that game. This series is I want you to stick around. Actually, I want to talk a preview to this series to really get what you think of it, because I mean, without Giannis, and honestly, I don't even know if they want him to come back, because he's not coming back at 100%.
Oh, they want him to come back, but I think that, you know, I know we're going to get right into it, but I think off of this first game, you just don't want to rush him back. Just go ahead and try to get him to game 2.
Exactly.
You know, try to see if you can squeak out game 1 without him.
If you get game 1,
you're good.
You rest his ass game 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you're ready away. You're ready on the road.
100% by game 3.
Yeah.
So you steal tonight. This is a big night for the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right, let's talk about. Give a shout out to my bookie real quick. Show them some love.
Shout out to my bookie, guys. Listen,
they've hooked you up. This is the least you can do.
I don't know if they've hooked me up. I've kind of screwed them over, winning as much as I.
Right. Yeah.
But
my bookie, I apologize. I'm Adam Baydoun. I apologize for taking all of your money because I have just been killing it lately.
Listen, what can I say? I'm good. You don't shoot 60% in betting and not consider yourself pretty damn good. But look, use code Woodward. It's super easy. Sign up, use my bets. I always say bet them individually. If you want to parlay, that's great. It's never a bad thing to parlay them. But when you parlay, you're basically betting, you know, a little portion of your income on like the odds or the chances of everything hitting. But we hit 60% of the time on all of our individual bets. So that's how you make money. You walk out with a profit. I take underdogs. I'm not shy about taking underdogs. I don't just bet heavy favorites. So I think you'll enjoy it. And that's it. That's really it. They'll match up to 50% of your deposit. That's never a bad thing.
The thing about it, too, is, listen, a little disclaimer. Obviously, Adam is winning a ton of money. It's not always on parlays. You can still do straight bets on
90%.
games.
90% are not from parlays.
Yeah.
I've hit 2 parlays since we've started all of this. Granted, that was a lot of money, but that's not the point. You know?
It is the point, Adam. We're just up here to make money. That's it.
All right. Well, look, sign up for MyBookie. Visit mybookie.com. Use code Woodward. Start playing your bets with me. Start DMing me, asking me for bets. I'm more than happy to give away bets. And we'll go from there. And Joey wants me to chat, so I'll stay after. And we'll see you after the break.
We're going to come back talking about what's trending with Jeff, get you qualified for that $25K kick for crypto to hook you up with some money if you think you got that booter. Next.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Join Woodward Sports in the Art of Combat podcast for the UFC 264 watch party. Imagine Royal Oak, McGregor vs. Poirier 3, Saturday, July 10th at 10 p.m. $25 per person. We'll have drink specials from Proper 12 and Jose Cuervo. Get your tickets now at imagine-entertainment.com.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show. It is Joey holding it down for Stick. I'm excited he gets to take a little bit of an extended 4th of July weekend because that's the best time to take a little vacation right now.
Yes, sir.
Normally, this is actually when I take it off for my birthday. I don't know, your birthday coming up in 2 days, Corey. But we skipped over what's trending with Jeff, so I want to get into it. But before, I want you to text in right now. I want you to actually comment on this live chat, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Comment right now the word juicy, because we call Juicy Jeff around here with that beautiful flow. So just comment the word juicy and you will be qualified for a chance to win and qualify for our $25K kick for crypto. You see it right there. You just got to kick a football into our Woodward Sports truck to win $25,000 in Bitcoin or Dogecoin. Which one are you guys picking? Which crypto?
Bitcoin.
I'm going Bitcoin.
Dude, they're both down right now.
Yeah, but
they're both
still Bitcoin.
At least more promise than the Bitcoin is.
Yeah, this Dodge, man, and I'm pissed because I got in super early on Dodge, and then I just let it sit. Did not pull it, even when it got all the way up.
I think Bitcoin is going to go back up. And when it does go back up, if you have that 25K in Bitcoin and it goes up to, let's say, 60 or 50, or 50 or 60, you're
straight.
You're good.
You're good. You're good. So comment right now, Juicy, on the chat, and we're going to pick a winner later on in the show to qualify for a 25K kick for crypto. And what's trending with Jeff?
Oh, what's trending with Jeff? We're up on the studio. We leveled up. But yeah, I got 3 good videos for you guys. The first one is I think the most hilarious thing ever. It's a camp counselor playing pickup basketball with the fellow campers, but he's going full speed on them. Check this out. He is literally trying his absolute hardest on these kids, and I think it's hilarious because, hey man,
who is that?
No easy buckets. Lefty. No easy buckets. He's a counselor. He's a camp counselor.
That ain't no counselor. That's J. Cole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at a bunch of 10, 11-year-old kids. Look at off the backboard. Look at lobs and everything. I mean, this is like he's in a my career on rookie mode. He's
cold
just
world
messing
right
around
there
right
for
now.
real.
Look at him, up and under.
That was so extra right there. He did not have to do that up and under.
Man,
he did not have to.
Jerk.
And the second one's more just.
If I was a camp counselor, I'm doing the same thing.
What? That was what I was saying. I'm like, I can't hate him for it. He's just getting
like Tyreek Hill jumping over the little kid. That's what I always think of.
Right, you can't feel bad. But anyway, the second video is more uplifting. It's a little boy at a game where Christian Yelich, I believe his name is. He is in the outfield, and this kid tries to catch I think a home run from. Check this out. He grabs it. He wants him to sign the ball. He gives him a high five. He's like, hey man, can't sign the ball. So the kid's probably like, crap. And then he gives him a signed bet at the end of the game. So he kind of made up for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, right.
I bet you there's some rule. There's got to be a rule.
There is a rule. You can't obviously grab the ball, touch the kid's pen, and because of COVID stuff. But just to give him a signed bat, he didn't have to do that.
Really, you can't touch a pen because of COVID?
Man, I don't know. I don't get it.
That was cool. You see his reaction, like,
yeah. Imagine getting something like that, one of your favorite players, man. But and the third video, oh my god, this celebrity boxing thing is apparently everyone's boxing now. Check this video out. Tyler Hero throwing punches, and gosh, you can judge for yourself.
Wow.
I mean, you could argue this is the man Chris Paul needed when Patrick Beverly pushed him. I mean, look at this man throw swings. He looks absolutely just
I think
awful.
I think
awful. He had no center of gravity on those feet. Like he was getting knocked out. Easy could take him.
You seen that Bart Simpson graphic with the cake? At least you tried.
Yeah, that's literally. He looked like there's another Simpson one of Marge like throwing something. It looked like a Marge punch. He was throwing.
I would take Marge against Tyler Hero.
I think so too.
I really would.
But yeah, those are the 3 golden videos on what's trending with Jeff.
All right, you guys ready to talk some NBA Finals? I can't believe we're here finally.
Oh, I can't wait.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a little bit much watching all these basketball games. Like having 2 games per night, and we're finally down to just the final 2 standing teams: Suns versus the Bucks.
You know what? I've enjoyed the basketball. I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed all the games. There's only one thing I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy those 9:30 starts.
I know. What are we at? This is 9, right?
Yeah.
This is 9.
Yeah, it's going to be more like 9:20.
Yeah,
I mean, but man, it's those having those multiple games starting that late back to back to back. It was rough. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, rough. I mean, just overall, when you look at how much basketball has been, and I feel like even when they mentioned that we kind of rushed into these NBA playoffs too fast, and just has it always been back to back games like that?
Yes, it has.
It's always been back to back games like that. But what it hasn't been is like throughout that whole season how close together the games were.
Right.
Yep.
It was a little bit of a gap, and I think that's why we saw so many injuries, because they were playing so many games close together without much rest. So one thing I'm just glad with the whole COVID thing clearing up, they're going back to the normal season.
Yeah, so let's preview this now. Let's get into it. Talking Suns, Bucks. Which team are we thinking is going to take this series, and what do you guys think?
I still feel okay. Part of me wants Chris Paul to go and the Suns to go out and win this. 16 years, as close as he's ever been to getting his first ring. I would love to see
finals appearance.
First finals appearance. So I would love to see Chris Paul capture this ring because he got snubbed in that MVP voting, which he should have been the league MVP. No, that's neither here nor there. I would just love to see him go ahead and ride out to the sunset. Well, I don't think he's retiring, but still, go ahead and grab this ring to stage his career. But I think this is the Bucks series to lose. Even with a 75% Giannis, I think they are a better team. I think they are more prepared, and it just feels like this is Giannis' time to go ahead and get this ring.
Yeah.
Actually, to me, if Giannis doesn't play in this series, I got the Suns winning. But it could go 6-7 games. I wouldn't be surprised. But like Corey said, with Giannis, this team is more talented on paper. But you got to understand that the Phoenix Suns are going to play their absolute tail off for Chris Paul, and this is his first, like Joey said, time making the finals, and let alone being able to win a championship. Devin Booker is the youngest, I think, leading scorer to make the finals too. So there's tons of things going into this finals, and the Suns are just playing with so much momentum. Yes, the Bucks are playing with momentum. They made the finals too, but I think they just got done playing a pretty tough Atlanta team who was Trae Young was injured. He did not look good the last game, so he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, what did he get, 14 points in the game?
Yeah, it was
numbers you never see Trae Young.
And you could
argue
off. The Clippers too. Kawhi was out, so I mean they both played injury riddled teams, but the Suns just look more. I don't know what it is. They just look like they're more focused.
They're hungrier.
They're hungrier. That's a good way to put it.
They look like they're hungrier, and that's the one thing that I'm worried about for the Bucks. The Bucks should win this NBA Finals, but the Suns look like, hey, we know that we really should not be here if we want to be honest about it. And like you just said, like Jeff just said, I believe they're going to play their hearts out for Chris Paul as well. This is, again, as close as he's ever been. DeAndre Ayton, I expect him to have a really big series because as great as Giannis is, in that post, I don't think he wants that smoke with DeAndre Ayton. I'm thinking if DeAndre Ayton averages something around the 22-10 mark this series, I don't think that the Bucks gonna have they don't have anything they can do with that. And as far as in the post, Giannis, I believe that Adam just said it a couple of minutes ago. I personally think that Giannis, regardless, sit him out this game. Even if he looks good in the warm-ups and whatnot, sit him out this game. And if you win this game without him, sit him out game 2. The hyperextended knee, the turnaround time for coming back from that is like 10 to 14 days. You do not need to rush your franchise player out there sooner than you need to and have him risk an even bigger injury. We saw it when the Golden State Warriors did it with Kevin Durant, and it wasn't even 5 minutes into that game, he went right back down and missed an entire season. So you do not want that. So sit him this game, go out there, bust your ass, and if you get a W, this really bodes well for you.
And especially when he avoided even a worse injury than he got. He had a hyperextended knee. A lot of people were scared it could have been ACL or MCL. So, like Corey said, resting him into game 1 is a perfect way. Just feel the Suns out. If anything, it will help you further in the series because they're going to prepare without Giannis game 1. Later on, you get back Giannis, they're going to have to re-prepare. So the Suns... they're going to have to just come out aggressive and don't let Chris and Drew get going because if you can tell, if Chris gets hot early, he gets hot usually in the fourth quarter as well. So he'll close. So make sure he's missing early, and Drew Holiday is going to be all over Devin Booker and Chris Paul. So I think Chris Paul and Devin Booker, as much as I love the guys, it's going to be tough, man. I mean, defensively, these Bucks are underrated. They have arguably 5 guys in their starting lineup who can defend every position. They have, except Brook Lopez, of course, but they have Drew Lopez.
Brook Lopez, damn it.
They have Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, PJ Tucker, all these guys. You get Bobby Portis.
You see Bobby Portis rolling up?
Yeah.
The little parade that they did for the finals, it was super dope seeing him.
Bobby's energy, I love Bobby too. He fill in very nicely, and they have a deep team. They got Brian Forbes. He can stretch the floor and shoot threes. And the Suns, these two teams are both very deep, but without Giannis, it hurts them. Their depth gets hurt a little bit. But I'm excited for game 1. They're gonna set the tone. One of these teams.
Dude, Joe Lippman commenting, quote unquote, Suns in 4.
You know what?
It sounds crazy.
If the guy's in person watching these games, who knows, man?
It sounds crazy, but honestly, I got them in 5. I got Suns in 5. Because I just think, it's the NBA Finals. They're going to pull off one game at least.
And that's without Giannis coming back at all, you think?
even with Giannis. I truthfully think this team plays better as a team without Giannis. We've seen it. I mean, I'm going off numbers, so come at me all you want. The Bucks play better without Giannis. It's statistically proven. You see it.
I think I know I'm going to get so much hell for this.
There ain't no we. You are. You're saying
I
it.
am. I'm going to go Bucks in 6. I'm going to go Bucks in 6.
And that's just contingent. No contingencies. Just straight up. No Giannis. Maybe Giannis a couple games.
If I'm going to go Bucks in 6, if Giannis comes back, I just think that he's gonna take over. He's gonna have to take over.
He hasn't yet.
That's
the
point,
thing. He's getting his 30 points quietly.
And
that's
you know
it.
what? If I'm wrong, I will gladly sit up here and just say, hey, I got this wrong. I would love this again. If I'm going emotional, I would love to see the Suns win it. Everything they've done to this point, it would be a picture perfect story. But Giannis is a 2-time MVP, and you can argue that the Bucks should have been on this stage. Now that they're here, they got to go ahead and close this out.
And we talk about momentum, but the Bucks, people forget they got bounced last year in the second round against the Miami Heat 4-1. So I mean, the Heat
against the Heat.
So I mean, yes, it was in the bubble, but I mean, they're coming back with vengeance too.
The one thing I will say that this comes down to, you know what? I'm gonna let everybody know. I might flip-flop this pick.
You can't flip-flop it. You already said 6. I clipped 6,
but
I got it on my phone saved.
But thing is, I will say this. I do think that the Suns have the better coach because I just don't trust Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah,
I just don't trust him. I trust his players more than I trust him.
And it shows. You could tell, but just by the Phoenix coaching late in the game. I mean, you saw DeAndre Ayton's game-winning lob. I mean, the guy can draw up plays in different situations. So, I mean, I have faith in the Phoenix Suns coaching. Mike Budenholzer looks like he's constantly stressed out, even if he's up by 25.
One of my friends said he looks like a guy that bet his last on the game.
That's a perfect way to put it right there. Yeah, he's always stressed out no matter what.
I'm going to need a ride home after this if I lose this game.
But you know what bugged me about everything over the weekend with this whole series? But the Suns media day yesterday. It broke my heart.
I know where you're going with this.
It broke my heart because Grand Rapids native Devin Booker not only professed his love for the state of Michigan, but he talked about the team that arguably should have drafted him and what they mean to him. And Alex, do you have that video ready? Check this out.
Jamal Spencer with ABC 13 in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids?
Yeah,
Okay.
Grand Rapids. I know it's been a minute, so wanted to ask you, Devin, if you had, thought about what ways West Michigan helped shape your passion and your love for the game.
That's where it all started. Dang, threw me back thinking about it now. I'm reminiscing in my head right now, but that's where I fell in love with the game. I fell in love with that Pistons team. They taught me the game of basketball, and just being around everybody in West Michigan. I remember Drake Harris, just looking up to him every day and wanting to be him. But Michigan State rivalry games, just all that, all those memories, all the stories. That's where I learned the fundamentals of the game. Honestly, I always say I learned the fundamentals in Michigan, and then when I moved to Mississippi, it brought more of the dog out. So, it was a great balance for me. And, I credit Michigan for, a lot of my success, especially Grand Rapids, my hometown.
Man.
Now, if you want to go look on our
all the love for Michigan now.
If you want to go look on our Twitter and our Instagram, he talks a little bit more about, how he loves summers in Michigan and Lake Michigan and everything like that. But
damn well he's out there in Arizona not looking back one bit.
Oh, he said it. And that's what he said. He's definitely not looking back on coming on, what would have happened if he stayed here in Michigan. But he also said that, when he's off season, he likes to spend a lot of time here in Michigan, and talked about Lake Michigan. Just, it's just another kick in the pants about that guy wanted to be here, and he talks about how much the state of Michigan, the Pistons, and watching those Michigan State rivalries meant to him and his fundamentals and his growth as a basketball player. And Pistons could have had him.
That one's hard to watch.
Especially me. I mean, Devin Booker's my favorite player in the NBA, and I'm ordering a Kentucky jersey at the moment, and it just makes me just. When I look at him, I think of Stanley Johnson, and I think of the failed product we got. And the only highlight we got out of Stanley Johnson's young career is guarding LeBron in a 4-0 sweep when we got swept. And he did pretty good against LeBron. But that's it. I mean, that's the only memory we have of Stanley Johnson. So it just hurts my heart. It hurts my heart, guys.
It's all good.
Really
the memory we got now is with this #1 pick. So we're moving past.
Moving forward.
Listen, there's been a lot. There's been a lot that we just trauma that we've dealt with over these years. So I don't want to hear it no more because we all know all of our draft picks have been horrible, but we did not have Troy Weaver until now.
We did not have Troy Weaver. You know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. I don't feel like Adam coming in here and, trying to get me with Fisher's shank. I'm straight.
You don't want the shank?
No, I want the shank because I was going to say something. I'm leaving it alone.
We got to give a shout out to Coast Portland real quick because we cannot live without these products. You saw it with our Petoskey RV Resort when we went up there to Petoskey. We lived off of their products, and they got the best. You see it right there. Flashlights, headlamps, just all safety gear, cutting tools. So make sure you use the code word WSN20 to get 20% off your entire order. Just go order a product right now. CoastPortland.com. Use that code. Take advantage of that discount because you will not be disappointed with these products.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our #1 priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show. It is Joey up here with Corey and Jeff. Man, I'm proud of you. You're killing it today, Jeff. For real.
I'm glad to be here.
And we got to talk a little bit about some Detroit Lions football. We've been hyping up all of these other teams. And the big topic that we had actually the other day was talking about which Detroit sports team is going to be the next to win a championship. Mm-hmm. None of us said Detroit City FC. But they're the ones. None of us. They're the ones that got that championship done over the weekend. And the next team that we all want to see is our Detroit Lions getting that championship, something we have not seen ever in our lifetime. We haven't even seen a playoff win in our lifetime. So we got to talk about the Lions, and outside of TJ Hockenson, who do you think the most standout pass receiver is going to be?
You know what? I think it's going to be Tyrell Williams. Again, it's 7-on-7, 11, 7-on-7, no pads. I just liked what I saw of him out of the practices that were there. Quintez Cephas, also a guy that you should look at, but it's really hard to say. I think once training camp starts and then the preseason gets underway, where you're going to be able to get a more accurate look of who will be that guy. So right now I'm just going off of a very, very small sample size. So I don't want anybody drinking the Kool-Aid like Corey said Tyrell Williams is going to have a breakout year.
You're our Lions insider. We listen to you.
Quintez Cephas is going to have a breakout year. No, I think the only real surefire bet right now is Hockenson, but outside of those, I would like to see Quintez Cephas and Tyrell Williams step up. Definitely do not know what we have in Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he's been known to be a guy that is a violent receiver who will fight to get the balls, get those 50-50 balls. So we'll see. I'm going to stick with Tyrell Williams right now.
And I agree with you, Corey. I have Tyrell Williams as well. I mean, you look at the receiving core. Obviously, they're young. You want Quintez Cephas to play well. He's one of our draft picks. But if you look at Tyrell Williams and just look at his stats, the guy hasn't had under 600 yards since his rookie year. And he didn't play his rookie year. So, obviously, there's explaining for that. He's very consistent. He's built similarly to Kenny Galladay. He's about 6'4", 205. He gives Jared Goff a deep threat down the field when the play action gets going, which Anthony Lynn and this team is going to use the play action, and what better receiver than someone who's a very, very efficient deep threat. So it's funny you say that because I think Tyrell Williams, I'm not saying, like you said, he's for sure. It's a lot of unknowns with this team. Amon-Ra could pop off, but if I'm just saying, if I had to bet my money on someone who's going to have close to 1,000 yards, it's Tyrell Williams. I mean, he's been on teams with more stacked wide receiver cores, and he's gotten 600-700 with about 6 touchdowns. So, I mean, I'm putting my faith in a veteran, but my guess is Tyrell is too. That's my guess, Corey.
Yeah, he had a really good season that one lone year with the San Diego Chargers. He had like over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. So, and I know he's had a little bit of some, knick-knack injuries here and there. So if he's able to get anything close to that, then the Lions, got it still. I would still like to see them go out and go grab another receiver. We talked about it up here. I hope they go back out there and go get the Yak King, Golden Tate, on a very, decent
minimal deal.
Minimal deal, just to come in there and be a really good locker room guy. But between Tyrell Williams and Quintez Cephas, those are the guys that I'm looking at. And one of my guys, John, he's in the chat right now. He's talking about Amon-Ra, what I'm saying? Brown, again, I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but again, I agree with him. He could be a guy that will shock some people this season.
That's the one that I've been spending a lot of time watching, like just his tapes over at USC. This guy can be something special.
Yeah.
And especially, this is kind of the perfect time for him to really just step into that role, because we're going to need that breakout wide receiver. Quintez Cephas is arguably supposed to be the next one up, but when you look at Amon-Ra, the guy is just explosive. He's got what it takes to really just alleviate some pressure off of TJ Hockenson, because with Hock, I feel like right now defense has got it easy. They know Hock is who we got to protect. So
100%.
We got to give them a little bit of weapons. So we need one of these receivers to really step up to at least be a threat for the defense to have to protect. That's my biggest fear, because Hock is a great top 5 tight end right now.
Yeah.
Going to probably be one even higher than that this season. But if we have no other receivers, the defense is going to know who their assignment is.
And real quick, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the guy, one thing he's very, very good at that I think is going to translate is his ability to catch contested balls. In college, he can pretty much catch with the smallest amount of space, and that's one thing that'll translate to the NFL. The defensive backs are quicker, stronger, and the room shrinks a little bit. So his ability to make tough contested catches makes me excited to watch him. But like Corey said, you don't want to put a lot of pressure on him year one, but the guy's got talent. He does.
Ooh.
He does.
Yeah, Detroit Lions Lowdown got a good point, about Amon-Ra saying that he feels disrespected, knowing who's drafted ahead of him. You got something to prove.
Yeah, because he's been talking about how disrespected he's felt all off season. So hopefully,
which is stupid. What do you mean? I feel disrespected, but there ain't no disrespect factor. Imagine being the freaking Heisman Trophy winner like Devontae Smith, and then everybody saying Waddle's going to be the best wide receiver from the draft.
True. But again, if Waddle did not get hurt, there is a case he could have been the Heisman Trophy winner too. So
he's probably looking at Waddle as thank you for getting hurt and giving me this Heisman Trophy.
100%.
But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad that he feels disrespected, because you know why? Every player, I don't want to say every player, I don't want to go too exaggerate too much, but there are a lot of players that are on this Lions team that are coming into the season that have a chip on their shoulder that feel like they've been disrespected or overlooked in one shape or fashion. So if they're able to put that together and put that on the field and like, you know what, this is why I was disrespected, this is why I was overlooked, and I'm going to prove it to you guys this season. If they're able to come out there and do that, it's a plus for the Lions.
Dude, some of the drills that you're seeing right here in camp, like laying on the ground catching footballs, like it's just amazing. I'm just so excited for Lions football to get back. I can't wait.
I can't wait. Just seeing Jared Goff throw the ball, man. I can't wait to watch him in a Detroit Lions uniform this year. Corey, he's been to OTAs. He's got to check it out. But just seeing the guy in Honolulu blue, you don't want to put expectations on him, but it's going to be exciting. New quarterback in a very long time.
Yeah.
So you guys excited, man? You guys think we got any weapons? Obviously, seeing Williams step up is going to be the next big thing for us right now as an organization.
The talent level on this team, I think, is probably good enough for about 5 wins. Is 6 wins if they go. If Dan Campbell,
Corey's like, I love this guy,
coaches his absolute tail off, they can probably get about 6-7 wins. But yeah, the ceiling for me, my guess, if I had to bet money, if I was in Adam's position, I'm going maybe 5 wins, 5-6 wins.
Jeff.
Corey, do I got to get up and give you a hug right now?
You're literally just destroying.
We're not hugging over 5 wins, guys.
No, just saying he's destroying it today.
For real.
Just they are a 5-6 win team with the talent around them. I know. Like I said, I know what I say might be super optimistic, and you know, I'm just talking about they look good compared to last year. Overall, this is a 6-win maximum team to me, just with the talent they have on there. If they overachieve and get to the 7 and 8, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be kind of mad, because I feel that with this rebuild year, they need to go ahead and pull the Detroit Pistons and tank properly. That way we see improvements with the team, see some guys we may be able to keep as roster pieces moving forward, and still go ahead and get that top draft pick next year's draft. So again, I agree with you.
You know, we got a special guest who, before we go to commercial, we got to give a shout out. Wow, you ruined the guest, damn it.
Okay, I was excited.
Art, big weekend.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Anthony from Imagine Theaters over the weekend, and he was excited, just saying how highly anticipated this event is going to be. So break it down for us. UFC 264. What do we got?
Yeah, so, you know, every single time I come in here, I say, it's the card of the year, but it's a McGregor card. So, of course, it's the card of the year. It's the trilogy bout. Obviously, the first time Dustin Poirier and McGregor fought, McGregor got the win fairly easily. Turn it around years later, and Poirier gets the win easily. So this is like a rubber match. We're 1-1 right now. We're going to have a massive party at Imagine in Royal Oak. Tickets are only $25. I encourage you, though, please get your tickets in advance. That way you can find your perfect seat. If not, you kind of get placed wherever you get placed. So if you get your tickets in advance, you can do that at imagine-entertainment.com. We have a proper 12 LED light that would look great in your barn, or maybe your shed, or wherever you live. Maybe it's a trailer like me. You also have a massive LED light from Jose Cuervo. I'm trying to get like the rolling R. Cuervo. Yeah, but no, I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. I'm full of caffeine this morning, prepping for it. And
I'm jacked up off Mountain Dew.
I'm ready to see somebody get knocked out. And it's going to be crazy doing it in front of like a live audience, because we'll be there commentating the fight. So make sure that you
And that's the thing, too. It's like, you look at these tickets, $25.
Yeah.
These pay-per-views are expensive as hell if you're watching it at home.
That's the thing, and you don't have comfy seats. Like, maybe your couch is comfortable, but it's not like the Imagine Theater. Like they have cuddle couches. So like, if you and your boy are into that, get a cuddle couch. You know, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, you know, they have all the cuddle couches in the front, and then it's a huge theater. The screen is massive.
It's literally a basketball court,
dude. It's like it's like a dream. Court. It's a dream of mine to like watch the fights in like an IMAX theater, and we're gonna be doing that on Saturday. So I'm hearing too that we will have some proper 12 shot girls out there too.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, you know,
I'm not looking.
Party.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm married. I'm
just saying ooh because I'm happy for you, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
No,
but it's about to be a birthday turn up.
Yeah. Obviously, everyone from the network is invited. Everybody from the area is invited. It is the biggest fight of the year because John Jones isn't fighting, so it's like McGregor is the biggest draw, and I'm really looking forward to it, man.
And later this week, I want to hear your predictions.
Yes, Friday I will come in and drop the predictions. I think people are going to be surprised. I'll leave it at that.
So coming up next, we're going to do Joey's News. Hi, I'm Joey, and we're going to do that coming up right after this.
Hey, guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's News.
Let's go.
Man, a lot of news this weekend that we got to cover. First off, got to start it off by sending our condolences to Columbus Blue Jackets goalie Matisse Kivlenieks, 24 years old. I apologize if I pronounced his name incorrectly, but just a tragic weekend. Fireworks in Novi, hanging out at Manny Legacy's house, who is the goaltender's coach for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And, I mean, honestly, my condolences go out to Manny Legacy himself, obviously, having to deal with something like that and be there for that and being the reason that you bring him to town for this event. I mean, just a straight-up tragedy, guys.
I mean, what more can you say? I mean, this is a tragic event, and hopefully anybody that's out there that's going to be continuing to shoot off these fireworks for the rest of the holiday and moving forward, that you just exercise the best precaution and safety measures possible, because again, we don't need any more stories like this.
No. It's just, I mean, you hear, especially the cause of death, chest trauma from blast. Like, that's something you should never hear.
Yeah.
Never.
I've never heard like a mortar blast. I've never heard of anything like that.
Because at first he slipped. I mean, and then now it turned to the mortar, so that was just even more devastating. So.
Yeah. And we move on to talk about Josh Anderson, who is Matisse's former teammate, actually, having the game-winning goal in overtime for the Canadians, as they luckily saved this series because they were down 3-0, and I thought it was about to be a sweep. Stanley Cup Finals. Here's the goal.
Just nonchalantly walks up, smacks that baby in.
Just getting your own rebound on that deflection right there, too.
Right.
I just want these guys to come back and do something historic, just so we can see the smile on Sean Baligian's face when he walks in after they come back from a 3-0 deficit and win the Stanley Cup.
Man.
I just want to see it. I need to see that.
Imagine the cookout he'd have if they won in 7.
You know what? I might. You know what? Because I know that cookout would be so massive. I might have to suspend the no meat thing for a little bit.
You got it.
Because he's gonna smoke everything.
The first team to do it in years, bringing a championship to Detroit, is Detroit City FC. The Northern Guard, right, Fish? We got to shout them out because, honestly, they wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the Northern Guard. The greatest fan section I've ever seen. You see them right there celebrating a great achievement, winning the NISA League Championship, beating the LA Force 1-0.
I love to see it. Love to see it. Hopefully this is the start of more playoff wins and championship wins in Detroit sports, and how great for a soccer team to go ahead and kick it off.
Jeff, who's your pick? I mean, we had this conversation last week. Next Detroit sports team to win a championship after Detroit City FC, obviously.
Yeah, I think the two closest to me are the Wings and the Pistons. Those are my two picks. You could argue either one. You could go with Yzerman, you can go with Troy Weaver, but you have to be in position. It starts with those high picks, and you're working through free agency. And so far, the Pistons have the number 1. The Wings, I believe, have the 6th. So and they have 2 incredible guys in charge. I think the Lions are a little too far behind, and the same with the Tigers. They're coming along, but if I had to put my money on it, I'll go Pistons. I'll go Wings. If I put my money on it, I'll go Wings.
Safe bet. Steve I.
Yeah, you always bet Steve I. That's never a bad bet. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Pistons. I believe with the way we've seen this playoffs turning around, granted that there were a lot of injuries, but we're starting to see the young guys starting to take over this league, and I feel that with the way that Troy Weaver is building the Pistons through the draft and through free agency, in the next couple of years, we will see them back to being a playoff contender, and I believe they will be able to put together a good enough team to come out of the East and contend for an NBA championship.
A championship was crowned. A champion was crowned in Detroit. The Rocket Mortgage Classic over this weekend at the Detroit Golf Club. Amazing experience being out there, but we got to congratulate Cameron Davis taking home the fat purse. And also got to shout out Troy Merritt, who was the guy that was teamed up with our partner Chad Johnson over at Woodward Sports, and Braylon Edwards. The guy was so close, tied for second, and I honestly thought he was going to pull it off. But
and you know what? I know we're not supposed to play favorites up here, but because of just how stoked Chad was and him teaming with Troy, I was hoping that Troy pulled it out.
Yeah, I mean, he teamed up for him for the Pro-Am. And it was awesome. I mean, that experience being out there and seeing them interact with Troy himself was something that I've never done in my life.
Yeah, you know what? Just shout out to Rocket Mortgage for just putting on an incredible week of events. It was a great look for the city of Detroit. Granted, there was a little bit of drama that put a little bit of a small cloud over everything, but you know what? It's okay. Phil Mickelson said he's going to come back, and it was just a great look for the whole city. One guy that I should have known that he was out there, but I didn't realize it until I got some clips of him. Bubba Watson. He went out there when he was going up to hole 14. He had a whole fan section just Bubba, and they were just going wild and crazy like that. And just a great job by the Detroit Golf Club. And hopefully we have another PGA Tour event come here somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are really big golfers, but this is one of those events that, I mean, we were fortunate enough to be out there this weekend at the Detroit Golf Club. Just such an amazing experience to see the way that PGA puts on events, because I've never been to a PGA event, and just seeing the golfers walk right there in front of you and the professionals, it's cool the way that they just orchestrate the weekend, and it was amazing experience to be out there.
I do want to add this in there. That's the most I've ever been to it. I've done golf. I've done events at golf courses and at country clubs, but I've never really been to golfing events. And one of my friends always told me, business deals are always made on the golf course. And I'm not going to share any information.
You had a business deal?
I had 2 to 3. The third is a possible, but I locked it in 2.
Dang.
Yeah, just
Attaboy, Corey.
Yeah, I locked into
Corey
it.
all of a sudden going to go get some golf clubs after this?
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Sorry, boys. I got to go golfing today with my new friends.
And one is beneficial for Woodward Sports. I can't share that with anybody, though.
We'll talk after the show.
We'll talk after the show.
I'll say the only business I did at Rocket Mortgage Classic was spending my money on the $5 water bottles. But you know what?
And then what'd you do after you bought the water bottle?
I lost it. But you know, that's a different conversation. But it was a great event, like Corey
Literally
said.
bought the bottle for $5 and then lost it.
Listen, I set it down and I just...
Jeff, you're doing a horrible job.
Hey, I was mad about that $4 water bottle. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would be too.
Yeah, but the event, I mean, overall was just a great event. I mean, got to see all kinds of guys and got to see them up close, because you have Twitter, you have Instagram, you see the templates when these guys win, but to see Phil Mickelson right in front of me and the love he got from all the fans around me, it was a little eye-opening, because you see the media and you see how might he feel about the media, but when fans see Phil, they love him. Everyone in Detroit loves Phil. He knows that, so.
Minus one person.
Yeah, minus one person.
We move on talking about Shohei Ohtani blasting home run number 31 on the season. I mean, these last couple of weeks we've been seeing record-breaking numbers. I mean, Vladimir Guerrero, 27 home runs this season. Fernando Tatis Jr. with 26. Here's Shohei's 31th. Is that a word? 31th?
Front hip in a little longer.
2-2, Shohei Ohtani. Center field, let's watch it go.
Correction, 31st home run. Unbelievable.
Crazy impressive.
When you hear it off the bat, like that alone right there, that sound I love.
And he absolutely launches them too.
Yes.
I mean, you're out of the park every single time. I mean, the guy got power in his swing.
Yep.
The guy's must-see TV. He's becoming a box office baseball player, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I have not checked the Tiger schedule, but if he's coming into town, expect to see me down there at Comerica.
Oh yeah. The Bucks Suns Game 1 NBA Finals tonight. It all goes down at 9 o'clock. But I wanted to give a quick little mention to this. Giannis is listed as doubtful due to his hyperextended knee, but Devin Booker busting out the throwback Sun shirt. You got to see this. It's from 1993, which was the last time the Suns went to the finals. Lost to Jordan 4-2 in that series, but still, I love that. Bringing it back.
You know what? It's a dope shirt, and everything retro was
throwback.
Everything retro was in, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't get more retro than that. Hopefully, they just do not have a repeat performance of the 1993 finals, because that was not good for them.
Yeah, Jordan went off.
Jordan always goes off.
Fans want to know where your shirt's from, Joey.
My shirt?
Mm-hmm.
I got this just online years ago, man. Shout out to James, a legend here in Detroit, the Eat 'em Up Tigers dude, obviously. But this shirt, man, we got to bring it back, honestly.
Yeah, they like it. Everyone's been commenting asking where you got it from.
Yeah, I love this, honestly. This right here, man, is a Detroit legend. Like, anytime, even when the Tigers were a bad team and you walk out there, going to Comerica, walking in the park, and you saw him, just put a smile to your face.
Yep.
Seriously. He was probably the most well-doing homeless man I've heard. I've seen. Like, that dude used to kill it out there, for real.
Hey, I have not been out there to see him, but I know of the legend. So I mean, I'm gonna lean to you on that one.
And we got to shout out Nate McMillan and the Atlanta Hawks having an agreement in place. McMillan to become the permanent head coach, getting rid of that interim title.
Just makes sense for the Hawks. there is nobody out there, I don't think, that is going to be able to step in and do better than what Nate has done right now. If they want to go ahead and get another coach a couple of years from down the line, hey, so be it. But for right now, to step in when that team was 14-20 and get them to a game 6 loss in the Eastern Conference Finals, nobody expected the Hawks to have that kind of trajectory. We thought they were good. The way they started that season, we thought they were going to be out the playoffs. So props to Nate McMillan. Job well done, and he earned that contract.
And props to Trevor Lawrence locking in that 4-year, $36.8 million deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. 24 of that mil guaranteed. Not a bad start to his career right there.
Yeah, you can't beat number 1 overall pick money, especially that guaranteed money.
Can't. And Paige, our intern from Central Michigan University, to add some love to this story, what do we got?
So this past weekend was the Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest, and Joey Chestnut, to no surprise to any, pulled out his 14th mustard belt win after consuming 76 hot dogs in just 10 minutes. The second place winner only consumed 50, but Joey Chestnut was determined to beat his last year's record of 75. So, which he did by 1. I mean, he beat it, and that's all he's going after, is not even beating other people, but beating his own records.
The water dripping out of that is disgusting. Disgusting. Like, have y'all ever had like watered down food?
I don't think I
like when it's like in the refrigerator or something and then it just gets wet.
Yeah,
and,
like the soggy kind
the
of
sogginess. Like, it's just disgusting to me.
Yeah, my
And
brothers
that's
make fun of me
foreign for
because
them.
I don't eat leftovers. For some reason, when it's been in the fridge, it creeps me out. So the fact that
Really?
I weird thing with leftovers, but the fact that he's
love
dipping
leftovers.
it and squishing it and like gross. I personally did not watch this event, watch the recaps, but I could not watch 10 whole minutes of people just chowing down on these hot dogs. But Joey Chestnut actually has 46 different world records for eating.
Oh my lord.
He's an absolute legend in the eating world. His net worth is $2 million according to Celebrity Net Worth. So, I mean, whatever he's doing with this eating
He's
stuff,
the goat of eating.
He is arguably the goat of eating.
Like, I always think about legacies. And you think about the aftermath of when he retires, and that's what he's known for, is being just this wiener king. Like, that's got to go down as one of the most legendary just careers.
Yeah, the last name Chestnut. I mean, what are his grandkids going to say? Yeah, my grandpa, he was
I mean,
great at
that's
eating.
something to brag about, for real. No one's ever come close to this guy.
I just want to
agree with
interview
that.
the guy. Like, literally ask him, like, what do you have to go through, number 1, before the event? But what goes through your head as you're eating these hot dogs? Like, the amount of mental toughness you have to shove these, like, things down your throat. And you
That'd
might
be
not
cool
be
to
thinking
see.
to yourself, God, this is disgusting. But you keep doing it.
You got
and,
to.
he, a couple $1 million later, Joey Chestnut. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, God. dude.
Corey's just thinking about it now, man. It's a
You
lot
know
of mental
what? The
toughness
hot
from these
dogs
guys.
really wouldn't. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I think I could do the hot dogs. It's just the hot dogs and the bread combined. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
It
a lot.
is.
The
That's
bread,
a
too.
lot. Like,
It is.
I could. I started thinking about. I'm like, all right, I could do more than 5 dogs. 5 dogs, more than 5 dogs of bread. Nah, it's too much.
Fishy, what's up?
You want to know some of Joey Chestnut's records?
Yes.
So
Yes.
he's 37 years old, just to put it in comparison. So he started in 2006. Let's see, grilled cheese sandwiches, he had 47 in 10 minutes.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
47 grilled cheese in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be delicious, though.
They're
That
good.
would.
I mean, but after 2, I'm tapping out. 46.
He has jalapeno poppers, 118 in 10 minutes.
What?
That
His
bathroom
butt was on fire
afterwards.
after
Yeah,
that.
afterwards was not fun.
Chicken wings, 182 in 30 minutes. Oh, long form. So I don't know.
So a flat wing, is that what that means?
I don't know. It just says chicken wings, long form,
182?
182 in 30 minutes.
How many is that per
Dude,
minute?
I can't do more than probably 30.
Crystal hamburgers. So I don't know what crystal hamburgers are, but he had 103 in 8 minutes. Wow. So I'm assuming they're small.
Probably the
Like
sliders.
Let's see. Pulled pork sandwiches, 45 in 10 minutes.
Damn. Pulled pork?
He's got the Wilt Chamberlain numbers of this food.
2011.
It's ridiculous,
Dude,
man.
honestly,
you
this
can't
is
beat
more
these
legendary
numbers.
than Wilt.
Yeah. Wilt's
Anyone
50
like
and
Pizza
30.
Hut?
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Let me guess. How many minutes?
Well, he didn't do a pizza. He did pizzones. He did 7.5 pizzones in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Which
Jesus.
is calzone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Taco Bell. Anybody Taco Bell fans?
Oh, I love Taco Bell.
This is impressive.
53 soft beef tacos.
Hey, can we put the camera on Jeff real quick?
He put how many soft tacos? How many did he just eat?
53
No, I want to give a
soft
shout out
beef
to this
tacos
lady
in
right
10
here
minutes.
behind you.
Is it
That
for
lady
the
right
food?
there. She walks every single day. She is a legend.
Legend.
Seriously, she's a legend. Every single day getting them steps in.
We need to
She's
interview
killing
her on the
Granny.
street.
We're gonna go to her tomorrow morning too.
Hey,
Every single day now.
Are you guys tamale fans?
And I don't like those.
Well, he did 102 in 12 minutes.
Gosh. Like this hurts just
It hurt in
hearing
the
it.
stomach just hearing it.
Hard-boiled egg? Anybody hard-boiled egg fans?
It's got to be
20?
a ton of them.
He did 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes.
You're making this up.
No, it's real.
You're making that
The
up.
inside is
real.
so dry, though.
It's
How
real.
has he not
Swallowing
gained
those.
like a significant
Did he
amount
have
of
to
weight?
peel the shells off of that many? Because that's annoying.
I don't know. Oh, Twinkies. You want to know Twinkies?
Oh my gosh.
No,
40.
He was the
Uh,
cholesterol.
he did 6 minutes, 121.
In 6 minutes?
I'm not believing these anymore. What source is this?
He's
What
like
source is-
Wikipedia.
I know they're getting insane.
What's
Like-
that one site that's all fake stories?
Like Wikipedia is on
The
there. He's
Onion?
probably got his
The
facts
Onion.
on there.
Yeah, The Onion. That's from The Onion.
It's Wikipedia, but it's trustful sources. I trust Wikipedia. They haven't effed me yet.
That's user edited.
They
No,
can
but
though.
they.
Fish, you'd get a D
They're
in
real
college if
facts.
you used Wikipedia on your papers.
Fish, thank you so much for all of your Joey
Well,
Chestnut.
I'll make sure they're actual sources.
Thank you.
I got
It was
something
the
to add to
quickest
the
one I
news,
can
man.
find.
All right,
Cut
what do
me
we got
some
to add to the
slack.
news?
Because Detroit Lions lockdown, he just likes to hurt my life every now and then. You know, me and him are
Oh,
talking
you
about
sound
you.
hurt. What happened?
Well, this is into some pro wrestling news, which people like to hear about. My man Jimmy Uso arrested again for DUI. The cops say he blew. Check this out, a .205.
Hey, good for him. Good
He
for
said
him.
that
a lot
is
to blow.
That is
Yeah.
another DUI under him. So if you're a wrestling fan, don't expect to see Jimmy Uso around. He might, if you hear he got future endeavor later on today, don't be shocked. It's another DUI under his belt. And
I just don't feel bad for people like that.
No, I don't.
I
He
really
made that
don't.
choice.
It's
Yeah.
like you make these choices. You obviously got a career. You got to realize you got all these fans, and I know it gets overwhelming and stressful, and mental health and all that is definitely serious and important. But you got lucky the first time. You had this happen to you. You're supposed to learn from this.
And here's why I brought it up. You know where he got his last DUI at?
Where was it at? Was it really? Oh wow.
In Detroit.
Wow.
Driving the opposite side of the street.
See, like,
I'll do it.
especially that. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like that's someone that doesn't even deserve to have their license ever again.
Yeah, that's some insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You're getting the same result.
I mean, he probably had a better result though. He blew a .2 as opposed to a .18 last time.
This is his second DUI, I think, in as many as 2 years. Because like I said, the last time he got one was in Detroit, driving the opposite side of the street. Just
come on, man.
What you want me to do, Jimmy? What you want me to do, man? I can't even wear my Uso shirt no more now.
Listen, after the Tigers started 8-28 on the season, Tigers making a little bit of a comeback, so we're going to talk about that next. But real quick, wanted to shout out Northwestern Tech because it is 10.5 months. You know, the time that he had all those DUIs was, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
He would have had two careers right there in itself. 10.5 month hands-on HVAC program. Probably shouldn't use that as an ad for them, but Northwestern Tech is a school that makes a difference for you. So you got to check them out for yourself because this is a career that you can make the decision right now, and then in 10.5 months you're going to have a new career making that money because you make a lot in the heating and cooling industry. NorthwesternTech.edu. Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, and I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. I didn't ask you guys, by the way. Did you guys have a good weekend?
I did have a great weekend. After my mom's side of the
Saturday
family,
barbecue, man.
they canceled the barbecue. But shout out to my dad for coming in the clutch. Him and my granny, they went ahead and threw down. My dad grilled a little bit of everything. Of course, I couldn't eat the meat, so he grilled me some vegetable kebabs and Impossible burgers. My granny made some macaroni and cheese, and I ate very well.
That's the thing, man. It's just the food. That's what these weekends are about, the food.
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Jeff? What'd you do?
It was good. You know, just hang around the fam. We had the Rocket Mortgage Classic Friday to start it, and then just ending the weekend with the fam and having good food, cooking, and I think that's the most important thing about July 4th, is just hanging with your loved ones and just celebrating the holiday. And that's exactly what I did. So it was successful, man.
It's all about the food.
The food is more important, but
literally.
Yes.
So I wanted to give a quick shout out to our Tigers, who are just having one hell of a comeback. They start the season 8-28, and now the Tigers are 38-46 since then. I wanted to play a couple replays because one guy that really stepped up, Willie Peralta, making his 4th start since 2017. The dude goes just shutting out the Texas Rangers over 7 innings, and this was the last one that he had out.
There's a chopper to third. What a night for Willie Peralta. He wastes a leadoff double for Texas in the 7th.
What I love most about this, bless you, Corey, is the Tigers are 30-22 since May 8th. And it just shows, I mean, with A.J. Hinch and what they're doing as an organization to turn around, and even saying, like, how far out are they? You said they're almost 2nd place?
I mean, you know, they're
it's attainable.
Yes, it's close. I mean, they're I believe the Indians are 42-40, and the Tigers like 39-46, something like that. So yeah, I mean, they're surging, and right now in the AL Central, they out of the past 10 games, they're looking the best, 7-3 out of their past 10. So
and their schedule's getting a little easier, so hopefully a little room to improve the record.
And that's what I love. You know, it's like you look at just being optimistic, you know, in the future of our teams here in Detroit. I mean, the Tigers are an organization that you're starting to see really turn around a little bit. I mean, AJ and what he's been doing with the team, you're starting to see them trending in the right direction.
Right.
And that's all you could ask for out of the team. But I'm excited, you know, really just as we're in this rebuild for all of our Detroit sports teams, it always helps to see another team heading in the right direction.
Thank God.
Because there's been too many teams going in the wrong direction. And we don't want to see that anymore.
No, we don't want to see that anymore. And I think, you know what? I think it is time. I think Detroit sports are going to be on the upswing.
Yeah. You think this is the time now?
Look, it's been over, 2,000 days since a playoff?
Yep.
Come on.
It's I feel like in Detroit, when you got all our sports teams, there's always one team that's just horrible, and then there's one team that's a little mediocre. Like, everyone's on different like levels. Like, right now, it's all pretty much an even playing field. I mean, every team is I don't want to say building from like the ground up, but they're building. I mean, they're slowly building. So it's a fun time to be a Detroit sports fan for sure. It is.
I see Fish over there. He got his phone ready. It's time to get into it.
Let's do it.
Fish facts. Here we go, baby.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
How does it feel, Fish? You feeling good? 4 more days till the weekend.
Another good weekend as always. Weekends just keep getting better and better.
I love it. So what kind of facts we got today?
We start off with a picture, which brings us to breaking news. Ben Simmons has been traded to Wimbledon. He was seen at Wimbledon over the weekend. So that's a Ben Simmons spotting. I don't know why he goes over there. He can't seem to do well here, so he just says, fuck it, I'll go to England and get love over
He's
there.
just trying to get away from the Kardashians. He's finding different women.
That could very well be true.
You know what? Let me shut up. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
You know the rules. You don't just start to say something and then you don't
gotta
say
finish
it.
Corey.
Go ahead, rip on the Kardashian. What do you got?
Oh, man. I was just going to say this, and everybody's going to get mad at me. I said the only thing that has been more detrimental to black men besides the KKK is the Kardashians. Facts.
Ruin everyone's career that they go through.
We start with the fact that was the picture/video, by the way. I thought that was interesting that Ben Simmons chokes for the 76ers and goes over to England. We go to the Hawks, who are not in the NBA Finals, but Trae Young did very good things. Players in NBA history reached 28 plus points per game and 9 assists per game in a single playoff run, minimum 15 games. Trae Young, in his first playoffs, Stick's favorite, he's not here, wonder why, LeBron James in 2018.
We love LeBron James on this show, Fish.
Oh, yeah, you do love LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean, just respect greatness. That's it.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Bullshit.
In regular season. The NBA Finals are tonight, by the way. That's a big event happening in America.
What's your predictions, Fish? We didn't get your predictions.
I think the Suns will win it. 6. Suns in 6. But
you gonna whoop somebody's ass and say Suns in 6?
I'm not. No. Someone can do it for me, though. Regular season games, they have played in the regular season. Suns, 253 points. Bucks, 251 points. Suns won the first game 125-124, and the Suns won the second game 128-127 in overtime. So shows you that hopefully those two games that they played in the regular season will equivalent to the finals.
Hey, I mean, you see it. They couldn't beat them once in the regular season, so now we got to see if they can pull off that miracle and come from behind, especially without Giannis, to start this series off.
Let's hope and pray for some good, awesome basketball. We go to Stick's favorite sport, baseball. You like baseball, Joey?
I'm a fan of the game. It's just, it's too long for me. That's the biggest issue. It's obviously not the top sport that I follow, but I like it.
Well, you brought up his name a few times. Fernando Tatis Jr. now has 27 home runs in 68 games played this season. The only other player aged 22 or younger with at least that many home runs in a 68-game span was 1937 Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah, I mean,
Maz was probably at that game.
He's having a hell of a season right now, leading the second leader in home runs right now, obviously behind our boy Shohei with 31 because he is just crushing it this season. But 27 for him, man, that's amazing.
Today is the 6th of July. Happy July 4th weekend. It's now July 6th. 2015, Floyd Mayweather did some not-so-good things. He is stripped of his WBO welterweight boxing title after failing to pay $200K sanctioning fee and vacate his 2 junior middleweight titles.
There we go.
And then he goes in 2021 and fights Logan Paul.
That's what it's all come down to now, Fish.
2020, some quarterback got a massive payday. His name is Patrick Mahomes. He got a 12-year deal that could end up being worth $503 million U.S.
What was his last deal? Like 7 years, $150 million or something like that?
Yeah, it was a big deal. But this one he signed last year was a 12-year, and it could be up to $503 million.
It's crazy when you think, 12 years to commit. That's a lot of years to commit right there. But,
Yep.
I mean, this dude definitely put the team on his back and carried him to some good wins.
We go back to 2019. Sir Arthur the Great's favorite sport, UFC. Jose Masvidal set a UFC record by kneeing in 5 seconds, KO'd Ben Askren, who would later lose to Jake Paul.
Wah, wah, wah.
We have birthdays today.
Thank you, Fish.
Joey Namath.
Thank you, Fish.
It is his birthday today. So happy birthday to him. It is also 1980 Pau Gasol's birthday.
I share a birthday with him.
You share
I know
a birthday
I had
with
George
him.
H.W. Bush, but I didn't know that.
And 2000, you also share a birthday with Zion Williamson.
Really?
That's a good one.
Stick is so jealous. That's his favorite basketball player right now. It's my birthday brother right there, Stick.
Ooh.
Those are the facts. We'll be back for Awesome Wednesday. Hopefully Stick returns soon.
And this dumbass that I got right now is amazing. Brinks Trucks. That's the hint. That's all I got.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
He crosses too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
The one time that I wish that I was on the east side of Detroit is when you hear of this dumbass who is a Brinks security man dropping a bag of money. Look at this. Drop the bag of money, going to collect it.
In the wind.
100% fired after this.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Think about how much money.
Yeah, you might as well start sliding them in your wallet.
No. Let's be real. Let's have an honest moment up here. You out there, and you seeing all that money out there.
Yes.
Are you helping him pick those bills up and giving them back to him, or are you getting as many as you can, you taking off?
50% help. I'm going to just be giving a couple throw, couple give, couple throw, give.
I'm right on point with that. Maybe every four you take one. You know what I mean? Just
every one you take four.
I like that
every one
better.
you take four.
I like that one better.
This is one of them hard lessons you got to learn on your own, buddy.
Honestly, this is on him. You know, it's kind of like when you're a waitress and someone walks out on the bill, you got to pay that bill. Sucks, but that's a part of life. That's how you learn. This guy, when you drop a Brinks bag, you got to pay that money out. Who knows how much that could be?
Wait, that has to happen?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Oh, I was about to be like, damn.
I mean,
that's being a waitress.
They got to do something to where they can protect themselves as a company. So if you say that that's the new precedent, then they're not going to accidentally drop a bag of money. Like, how do you accidentally drop a bag? I mean, they got zippers, they got the money locked down.
One job, and thing is, out of my many jobs, I've never done that one, but those bags of money,
he's not even freaking out. He's not even freaking out. He doesn't even care. He's taking his time.
No, see, I would have been freaking out. I would have been like,
yep.
Yeah, I would have been grabbing that. The thing is, I'm wondering how did that. I think that is an inside job. You know why? Because those bags, before they even get into the big bag of money that you give them, those bags are sealed.
Like triple, double.
Yeah, those bags are sealed. I've sealed those bags. Those bags are sealed when you do money drops.
You had that as a job as well in your life?
Well, I worked at AT&T.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So when I was a store lead, I would have to do drops.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's no way you're dropping that big bag of money. It looks like he did that and was like, oops, and like we said, every one you grab 4. You know, that's what he's doing. He's paying bills right now. That's what he's doing.
And the other dumbass to that is the person recording this video. Why did they not go out there and get some money?
Yeah, like me, I wouldn't have been like, oh, check this guy. I'd have been like, shit.
This ain't time for content.
I'd been like Clay Davis. I'd have been like, hey, y'all would have saw the aftermath. Like, yo, look at this dumbass over here. I would have took a picture of him, and then I would have went out there and been out there grabbing the rest of them bills because, ain't no trying to get them likes up. No, I'm trying to get that cash up,
baby. Man, screw the likes, baby.
Man, like in
the words of Jamal Williams, baby. Hey, thank you so much for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show, Jeff. Good job.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Up here.
Yo,
unbelievable.
We got to end this on this one. Jeff there would have swept the Lakers in 5.
Justin's got me dying in this chat right now. Justin Spiro, you've been killing this.
Spiro, man, that's great. Great comment,
90 seconds
Justin. Hey, boy's sweating now too. Hey, good job, man.
It's hot in the studio.
Are these comments making you sweat?
No, I'm
Juwan Howard just offered a full ride to Jeff's hair.
See, you should have seen the one. It said you can go 500 miles per hour in one of those choppers and not a hair follicle would move. That's a lie.
With the first pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons.
So take my hair.
Jeff's hair. This should be the viral meme of the day.
Yeah, that should be.
Hey, your next chance to qualify for the $25K Kick for Crypto coming up with Baligian and Bell at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Make sure you're waking up starting at 11 o'clock. It's Tuesday, Fish. 4 more days till the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.